when you ask me what I'm thinking. Baby, you know I'm thinking of you. Contemplating how I manage if you bid me, you do. I imagine it would feel strange. The change would probably shake me. But that's a testament to all the love you give me daily.
Hey guys, this is Be Honest Podcast. And Be Honest Podcast is breaking the stigma of mental health by healing from laughter and fun conversations, providing a safe zone to be honest and live your truth.
Amen.
I am your host, Thunder Sky, and today with me I have some special guests, the Flowers, following the Flowers if we might add. What's going on, Janisse and Neiko?
Nothing much, just enjoying spending time with you.
What's going on?
Nothing much. Tell us who you are, guys.
You first, ladies first.
Oh, okay, chill. So yeah, I'm Janisse. I am a dancer, choreographer, teacher, mother, you name it. That's what I do. So we have our own show, Believers with Balance. I also have my own company, Dance for Flowers, and like I said, I do it all. That's who I am.
Also known as Beyonce to me.
Right. That's my nickname, yep.
Neiko. What else do I do? Producer. For a radio show in Atlanta. Also, like Janisse said, we have our own show. I guess faith-based show.
Yep.
And a newly inspired, soon-to-be entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yeah.
We both. Okay.
Tired of working for the man.
Oh, right now.
Well, not to say I won't never work for the man, but I'm just saying, like, I think that you have to have, like,
balance.
Other stuff.
yeah,
multiple
other
streams
stuff.
of income.
Yeah, multiple things of income.
Yeah.
So.
Well, guys, I appreciate you coming and being a guest on the show. I call this my power couple. They are hashtag relationship goals.
Oh.
Four.
What else are they trying to take so?
I'm promoting the show.
And again, guys, this is Be Honest Podcast. We are going live on Facebook. Unfortunately, I know everybody cannot watch via Facebook because everybody is not my friend. And we are currently still setting that up and trying to get you guys on Facebook with us as Be Honest by itself instead of having to watch it through my personal page. Other than that, let's do a recap of last week's show. Previous week before that, because we took a little minor break, but we were talking about conversations about virginity. Now, that was a very deep conversation between me and my mom, one that I'm 30-something years old. We're not going to tell my actual age, and most of you know, but if you don't, you don't need to know. But that was the first time I heard some stuff from my mom that I just kind of took me aback. Yeah. And I think it kind of took my listeners back too, which some of them were family members, and they were just as shocked as me. And I was like, yes, if you could only see how I was looking during this conversation.
I would believe it.
But nevertheless, it was a good conversation. Probably long overdue.
Wow.
But yeah, just basically having a conversation about, do you remember when you lost your virginity, and do you think people after that first time person were better than that actual first, or will you always remember and judge off of the first?
Oh, wow.
So it got really deep.
That is.
And then I was saying that I asked, like, how did you tell your parents, like, that you are no longer a virgin, or did you have that conversation with your parents at all?
Wow.
It was
yeah,
great.
That's real deep.
It was great.
Yeah, we're not going back to that episode.
Yes, no, let's not tell on each other. We're not gonna go.
Done, and you can move forward. I'm not touching that.
I'm not doing that today. Nope.
So basically, that was the show. It was really good. It was very interesting, to say the least. Now, I know the other listeners did not get to hear that one on SoundCloud because I had some technical difficulties, and that was my fault. I apologize, but if you want, I can try to send you the link from Facebook and see if it plays for you, because it was really good. Well, that's about it for that recap, because we ain't gonna go no further than that.
We didn't even do that today.
We're not gonna go no further than that. But we're gonna jump into these church announcements.
Ooh, okay.
And that's just a little section just to let you know what's going on around town and everything else like that. That's just pretty much how I got the show set up. let you know different things going on in the world. We all know it's crazy out there. Got a lot of things going on. But I want to start off with saying congratulations to the golf team of Drew Charter School here in Atlanta, being the first all-black male golf team to win a state title championship.
Nice.
And actually the first all-black golf team for Atlanta Public School System.
That's what's up.
And to actually win.
That's what's up.
So big ups to them. That's good. They designed their own little ring and everything. It was real cute. You seen
they
that?
got that? Yeah, they just got their own rings. That's something that we covered on the show as well. So yeah, I'm familiar with that story.
Yeah, and the rings are nice. It's blinged out.
Yeah. Oh, sure you does.
So I want them boys to be careful when they walking around Atlanta City.
What part of Atlanta they in? That's gonna tell you how careful they need to be. They better watch.
Right. Just keep it at home. You ain't gotta wear it every day.
Right. Yeah.
Keep it at home. Have your parents put it in a safe for you. That way you can always
watch the parents too. That's what I said. Depending on what part, they might try to pawn that joke. But I'm saying,
please don't pawn your baby's rings. Please don't. They worked hard for those rings.
Trying to sell it on eBay.
Their goal now is to go to the nationals and see
up.
if they can get the national title. And I say big ups to you guys. Yes. Y'all can do it. Y'all should have the support of all of us. Well, that's something we should look into. Now, another thing in church announcements we have next year in 2020, Baltimore Museum of Art says that it will be all about the women. The whole entire year.
Nice.
It's all about the women. All the artwork, all the displays, all the ceramic artwork, everything is going to be about the woman. And they're doing this in celebration of the 100th year anniversary for the 19th Amendment of the U.S. women being able to vote.
Nice.
So that's their commemoration to that. They're going to set up everything this year. Nothing's going to come from a man. But they are allowing transgender artists as well. Which is kind of contradicting what you're saying. Oh, women.
But, you know, anybody that identifies as a woman?
Yes. That's what we're going to go with. So if you identify as a woman, you are able to display your artwork. They already have some exhibits and stuff set up. And I think they have like maybe 2 exhibits where they're allowing male artists to actually work for the year, but it has to be centered on the woman.
Got it. Okay.
So anything that they put up is going to be centered.
Women. Okay. Yeah. Tribute to the woman. All right.
Tribute to the woman. So it's all Baltimore. It's going to be all about the women. Now, I know people in Baltimore. I got family, friends, everything. I thought it was already about the women in Baltimore. Hey, I'm just saying.
I can say highlight even more.
Yes. I need to take a trip to Baltimore. Maybe I need to look up some apartments. Maybe I can find my man in B-more.
Yeah.
But I ain't about that B-more life.
I was about to say, that's a whole other type of lifestyle. I don't know if you're ready for that life.
So moving along. Okay. Last but not least on the church announcements, it's vision board time. So, listeners, I think it's time that we start collecting all our magazines, getting all our stuff together, start thinking about the plans that you want to do for 2020. It's a new decade.
Absolutely.
And like we said on previous shows before, we're going to let everything go from this past decade. We're going to let it go and we're going to enter into this 2020 with a bright, fresh new start.
Here for it.
So, start making your plans to make your vision boards. Guys, I recommend the vision board because when I tell you vision boards have actually helped me, like, seriously, just being able to sit there and look at it and be like, okay, we are already 6 months into the year. We halfway through. Have I done what's on this vision board or have I just been sitting around being lazy? My 6 months this past year, I was actually proud of myself because I had already accomplished everything on the board but 2 items.
Nice.
Which was overkill anyway. I just put them on there for basically fun. Because I was like, maybe if my mama see my vision board, then maybe I can get my Jeep.
She's like, yep, no, not
but
quite.
almost.
Not so bad.
Jesus still working on that. I might get into 2020. We gonna see.
I had the same vision board for like the last 3 years, and I've just been adding to it. But I told myself, I don't want to have the same vision board. Like, no, I made a new one last year, and it's like a smaller one. But I was like, some of the things on that first vision board, I don't want to have to work on those things this next year. And I'm proud to say that I've worked on those things. Like, when I go into 2020, I was like, I am not going to be praying or working on those same things. So, I'm here for the vision board.
Yeah.
I agree.
I looked at my vision board the other day, though, and I was like, okay, so now you done stop doing some of the stuff that you had on this vision board. You're starting to slack up. Just because you accomplished it don't mean that you got to slack up on it. Because especially that eating well section on my vision board, I did so well. And then it came down to, fast food is my friend again. Just convenient. I just been so tired.
And you can eat healthy with fast food. You just got to pay a little bit more. That's the thing. So
the way my budget's set up, all right.
I know that's the thing. Yeah, you might as well just buy it from the store if you're gonna do it.
The way my budget is set up, guys. Sometimes to be like this $1 burger getting ready to be my friend, and I'm gonna call it a day. Get these $1 chicken nuggets, which everything ain't $1 no more. It's like $2.49. Why don't you just make it $2.50? What is the 49 cents?
If you're gonna do all that, you might as well go buy
a
whole bag.
I mean, that extra penny, you might as well just put it on there.
No, because it's a mind thing. You know, it's the little thing that 1 cent makes you feel like if something's $2.99, 2 is smaller than 3, so it makes you feel like it just makes you feel that much better.
I guess because I've never really been a person who like brownies like that, so I just always round up in my head, and then when I'm out in the store, I just go ahead and round up because I just don't like pennies. And I don't like carrying change in my pockets. It makes it jingles, and I can't stand that. I think I got that from, I was about to say the wrong thing. I got that from my father.
Oh, Lord.
I was about to call him something else. Lord help us. Oh, Lord. Pray with me, guys. Pray with me. All right. Which, speaking right along, if you want to pray with me, let's jump into this prayer list.
Hey.
It is prayer list time. Prayer list can be slightly comedical sometimes, depending on what it is. People said I went too far with the Stevie Wonder thing.
Oh no!
But I'm still praying for his hairline. It's neither here or there. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going.
Wait, we need miracle oil for that. We need the healing oil. We need the healing oil.
The anointing
the
oil.
Holy oil.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Let it go.
In the words of my dear friends from Frozen, Elsa.
Right, Elsa said, "Let it go."
Let it go.
Let it go.
She even twerked for you, Stevie, even though you couldn't see it. But
wait a minute.
She twerked for you. Let it go.
Dad.
Let it go. So on the prayer list this week, we got Christy Alley. She says that she now buys herself flowers in celebration instead of buying cocaine.
Okay.
Now,
right.
I forgot, you guys. Let's back up a little bit. Now, this is how the prayer list works. Now, the prayer list, we either put them on the prayer list or we send them to counseling.
Oh, okay. All right.
And put them on the prayer list, then it's not too bad. You know, everybody's gonna pray for them, and then hopefully they'll get it together themselves.
All right.
But then some situations be a little bit. You just need to go and talk to the pastor and get some help. You need some help.
Okay.
So, Christy Alley.
Prayer list.
She says buys herself flowers.
She now buys herself flowers instead of buying cocaine.
Yeah.
As a celebration of her sobriety.
Yeah.
She was like, because she confessed that she used to be a cokehead.
Pray that she stays strong.
Hey, as long as she ain't sniffing she can sniff the flowers instead of the cocaine, so I'm here for it. Prayer list.
Prayer list.
Yes.
Prayer list, for sure.
She probably needs prayer list and counseling, but
Well, she might have already had the counseling part, because she said that she went through the steps, and
she got 12 steps and the token and the ribbon and all that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so now she, instead of spending that money that she would normally spend on cocaine whenever she feels like she's having a weak moment, because she's in an area where cocaine is probably very accessible.
Yes, exactly.
So now she just goes and buys flowers when she feels like she wants to get high.
Yeah. Well, I say sniff the flowers instead of the coke. So yeah, I'm here for it.
Prayer list.
Yeah.
Christy Alley, thank you. You are on the prayer list, honey.
Yep.
All right, and so now, are we putting Meghan Markle on the prayer list? Or does she need counseling? She's still battling with that royal family. They are just not letting up on homegirl. She's not only dealing with it with her brother-in-law, but now the sister-in-law is telling her that she ain't royal material.
Ooh.
She's facing a whole bunch of racism within this.
So who said she ain't royal material?
Which one of them little princesses, duchesses?
It ain't Kate. Kate ain't said nothing.
No,
if it ain't Kate, I ain't worried about it.
Her husband do enough for both of them.
If it ain't Kate, I ain't worried about it. It's
the other two,
the little ones, ain't nobody worried about them.
One of those, the one that's supposed to be getting married,
I know you're talking about.
Yes, she's the one that's causing the most ruckus right now because she says she thinks that this whole entire pregnancy and stuff is taken away from her wedding. Honey, you gonna get married to him either way. So I say put Meghan Markle on the prayer list.
I agree.
Because she's going through, and guys, we gotta lift her up.
Yes. Yeah, keep her covered.
We gotta keep.
Oh, but y'all didn't want to lift Christy Brinkley up.
We did. It wasn't Christy Brinkley. It was Christy Alley. You got the wrong Christy, bro. You got it wrong.
Christy Brinkley, Christy Alley.
Christy Brinkley on the cocaine. Christy Alley, the one from Cheers. Okay.
Yeah, we said put her on the prayer list.
We did. We put her on the prayer list.
Well, I think Megan need counsel and prayer list.
I agree. She probably do. She probably do need counsel. And
she should have had counsel
before they got. Now I do agree with William. I do agree with the brother.
She knew what she didn't. I think she knew what she was getting into as far as the royalty aspect, kind of, sort of.
Right.
You don't know it until you really feel it firsthand. But she feeling it on a whole another level because she black and she in that family. So, like, Kate went through it.
And the queen thinks she there for the money.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, Kate went through it because she was the normal girl. She was, the low common, the commonwealth. But Megan going through it because she was the commonwealth and she black. And she got black blood. Child. And
her daddy is not helping her case.
Child, the daddy looking for money. He looking for fame.
He talking to all types of press and tabloids.
She need prayer and counseling. Keep her on the prayer list and counseling because she depressed. She got a kid. She going through postpartum and all. Yeah, she need everything. She need all of it and the holy oil.
All right, Megan. Well, it looks like you getting the whole shebang. We're gonna be praying for you, and hopefully, honey, you go get some counseling to help you with that because you can't change who you are.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't change who your parents are.
Yep.
Because Lord knows I've tried in my head a couple times.
Wait a minute.
I love my mama. I love my mama dearly.
Look, you are who you are. You got what you got,
and I'm grateful for it because
God don't make no mistakes.
I got some interesting stories off of it. Yes. All right, so we are going to not skip entertainment this week, but entertainment is basically going to be our topic. We are closing out the decade, so I want to kind of just jump into the entertainment world and talk about things of this decade. Okay. What music we like, guys, like the movies and stuff that came out, the phenomenal things. It was a lot that happened in these past 10 years that I didn't even realize. Like, that was 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Like, these 10 years just flew past. I think I missed something somewhere.
They did. Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot.
Like, I missed something. My 20s should have been the best years of my life. Something happened.
Dang.
But, yeah, that's what we kind of jumped into. I forgot about myself on the prayer list, but I'm going to eliminate myself this time. Because normally I just let y'all know I'm still single.
Oh, so we got to keep you on the prayer list.
So I'm still on the prayer list. My mom
right now.
No, well, I put myself on the prayer list, and my mom put me in counseling.
You on the Meghan Markle status. You on counseling and the prayer list.
Yeah, I'm on both. I'm like me and Megan in it together.
Okay,
her session probably before mine.
Look, go ahead.
Mine
Y'all
gonna take a long
same
time.
Counselor. Just go ahead and meet with Yarn Van Zant. She'll get you together.
Now, guys, y'all already know, like I talked on the last episode, I was very, very excited about going to see Frozen. Frozen 2 is currently in theaters this weekend. Y'all make sure y'all take y'all babies to go see that. And I'm hearing a lot of feedback from the adults talking about how great it was, that they want to go back and see it again for a second time. Oh, wow. Now, why y'all wasn't saying this for Lion King?
Well, how early did it open?
Frozen Thursday night?
Yeah, okay. It started the night before.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
With AMC, AMC you can go see it the night before, but they actually had 7 o'clock shows. 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. And unfortunately, I had to go to work, so I didn't go. So maybe tomorrow I will be going. It's either that or I'm going to see Waves tomorrow. Waves is another black movie that's out. But it's only showing at select theaters. And I cannot stand that. Because I don't want to go to Buckhead just to go see this movie. Dang. But that's the only place it's playing at Phipps.
Yeah.
Dang.
Exactly. Who wants to go all the way out to Phipps? This is like, you got to pray about that thing. That's like one of them places where you be like, do I want to go that far? Or do
From where you at, yeah.
Get a comment. Or somebody else.
Said, put me on the being single prayer list.
Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious.
So one of our Facebook followers wants to be put on the single prayer list as well. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it the single prayer list. That's what I'm on. Meghan Markle is not on the same level as me.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you, Facebook follower. I appreciate that. We're going to take that. We're going to add that in. The single prayer list. Anybody else need to be put on the single prayer list, please email me, behonestpod@gmail.com, and I'll get you on there. It's a group of us. We're gonna do this thing together.
Yeah.
Cause
so you're right.
Lord Jesus, I'm about to be 35. Yes, I just told my age, and in a way, I really don't want it. I like the single life can be good, and then it can be bad. Y'all wouldn't know that. This is my Beyonce and Jay-Z couple.
Look, I've been both. It's okay.
You have been both, because we had to start off single somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, so where we want to start? We want to keep with these movies. What movies stood out to y'all this decade, other than we all know Wakanda Forever? Black Panther. It took me a minute. I was saying Wakanda Forever so I could get the name of the movie. Black Panther. Ooh. Better known to the black community now as Wakanda Forever.
Dang, that's terrible. What other movies this decade?
Lion King. I'm sorry. No. It was all right.
It was okay.
I want the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm a big
That's 80s babies,
fan. Yeah, they were like,
the graphics was too much. It lost some of the
as much as I love Beyonce, I felt like it was extra to put in the whole song for her and the whole Nala scene.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all did that because it was Beyonce. If it was any other person, y'all wouldn't have done all that. But because it was Beyonce, y'all went above and beyond to make sure she had her moment. So that's why I was like,
I felt like this was a Beyonce movie production.
But it's
with the
Beyonce.
Music and everything.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is,
they wanted
Beyonce.
Their money.
Yeah, and Beyonce was like, I'm only going to sign on to this if my name can be all over it. So I get that. Good for Beyonce, but
good for the Beehive, because y'all won on that one.
Good for the Lion King and people that are lovers of the Lion King. So
yeah,
I'll
stick with my original because. Honey, I was a Lion King fan. I had the comforter set and everything. I ain't even gonna lie about it.
You were a diehard fan, so I mean it was straight.
Us Leos, of course. Why wouldn't we be? This is talking about us.
Now I'm out. Now you got me go over here googling movies of 2010.
Yeah,
I'm about.
This one over here thinking real hard.
He's like,
like his brain is not working.
The fact that it's taking me that long though is shocking to me because I'm like,
we now watch. We about to Google some things and we about to find out what's been good.
Our Facebook follower says she did not see The Lion King because she didn't want to ruin the original one.
I mean, it's worth watching, but I didn't feel compelled to watch it a second time. Like, I didn't feel compelled to be like, I need to own this on DVD, or like, not that anybody buys DVDs anymore, but I didn't feel like I need to go get this and see it again because it was that great.
Right.
I mean, I felt like we took the kids to see it the weekend it came out, and even the kids, as bad, like, we were such diehard Lion King fans that as they watched the real live remake of it, they were like, wait, they didn't say this line, Mommy. Wait, they didn't sing this line the same way that it was sung in the original movie. I said, well, we've created true fans. Like,
yes.
They know every
your babies know entertainment
line.
anyway.
They know every single line of the original Lion King. So they were like,
you guys,
the original.
These are the parents of the famous twins
from
back in Charlotte that made their own mark into the entertainment world.
They're
I'm jacked up that word.
Entertainment.
I did not do that on purpose. It kind of caught me off guard too. Y'all work with me.
Our kids are a mess, but yes, they
all the Marvel movies.
Huh?
Our follower on Facebook said the Marvel movies. All the Marvel movies did come out. They overloaded it, but not.
I'm not a big Marvel fan, but yes, they have made a big
lottery ticket.
Boy, if you don't hush. That does not count. No. That counts in the last 10 years.
Was that? Yeah, we know. I'm not even gonna.
Why Not Get Married was a good movie.
I don't.
Was that
the
movie with
Tyler Perry?
It was
Janet Jackson, Jill Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, with them when the baby went out the window.
No, that's the other movie. You're talking about For Color Girls.
Yes, was that in
when they threw the kids
this decade?
Yes, it was. I just passed it. Just Color Girls.
I'm sorry, guys. I did not do my proper homework on
2010.
I didn't do my proper homework when it came to the movies because, you know, y'all know how I get when it comes to music.
Let's see. I'm looking. Some of these are all white movies.
That's what I'm saying. Google, where's our movies?
I'm glad you did because I'm like, these are all not our movies.
Now, don't get me wrong because I have my fair share of white movies that I love.
I do like, you know, I love a good, you know, side film, but.
You know,
these are not doing it.
My mama called me a white girl a couple of seats.
12 Years a Slave. Okay, that was worthy of mentioning.
I don't know.
He didn't like 12 Years a Slave?
I don't know if
He doesn't really care for slave movies, so.
Me either. But they're
but
there.
12 Years a Slave was
Harriet!
I haven't seen Harriet yet.
Oh,
I didn't see Selma was on the list. I haven't seen Selma yet. I
didn't watch Selma.
Think Like a Man. Think Like a Man too.
I did like those though.
I mean, they were straight.
Whenever they first came out, but now that you sit back and watch them again, and BET plays it every weekend, so you know, maybe not.
Okay, Straight Outta Compton is worthy of mentioning.
That was. What are you on, black movies? Black cinema?
Yeah, he went to straight black movies.
You went to black cinema?
I'm like, I need to see those movies because these movies I'm looking at is not.
What other movies did you guys like?
Won an Oscar, but I thought
no, whack. That was one of the most overrated movies of the last decade.
I got a question on that. Is the actor in that movie really?
I don't know, but the ending was terrible, and I felt
just
like
wonder.
it was very.
I'm not being judgmental about his sexual preference. I just wonder: is he gay? Is he not gay? I mean,
I don't care.
I don't want to label him as that or starting a rumor. I just really want to know because there's a couple of movies that he played in that he's been like that. So that that leads to the question: was Fruitville Station?
Fruitville Station was alright.
Was that in this decade? I'm trying to make sure I don't go past 2010.
That's Michael
B. Jordan,
and
that's like one of his breakout movies. So yeah, I think that's been within the last 10 years.
Oh yeah, it's definitely that's within the last 6 years.
What about
I don't know the last 6 years though.
Are we counting it?
It was a big one. I haven't seen it. I don't do horror movies, but I know that was a big one.
I haven't seen it, but I love it.
You haven't seen it yet?
I don't.
You don't do horror movies?
You watch horror movies without me all the time.
No, I don't.
He needs you there.
No, I don't.
No, he don't need me there because he watches them without me because
I haven't watched the one in a long time. I just don't have the time to. I like them, but I don't watch
them. I don't know.
Okay, I'm on BuzzFeed. This should be good.
Was any of the Chucky movies? Because I definitely watched those.
No, not any of them.
Okay, The Book of Eli.
That was.
I've seen that one. I heard that was good, but I haven't seen it yet. You watched The Book of Eli? For Colored Girls. That did come out. That one.
Yeah.
The baby out the window.
Because they did it in the box office.
Oh, The Karate Kid with Jaden Smith.
That was in that decade?
2010.
Oh, it just hit in that decade. Yeah. Okay.
Takers with Chris Brown.
Yes, Takers was good. That was
Just
good.
Right.
Black Swan.
Black Swan was decent.
I liked it. I'm in my white section still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked it because I was dancing. It was decent. It was very kind of twisted.
All the 50 Shades of Grey. I didn't
watch the last one. I like the books better.
I started on one and I was like, no.
I watched like the first and second one. I don't even know if I got to the third one. With the Hunger Games movies, they were in the last 10 years, right?
I think so.
I like the Hunger Games.
Twilight definitely was.
Yeah. They might have started before the last 10 years.
I'm not a Twilight fan, so I really can't.
I read all the Twilight books. I watched all the Twilight movies. I was definitely a fan. The Hunger Games movies were really good. I would definitely...
Anything jogging y'all memory of what y'all might have been watching? Y'all remember this past decade? I mean, some good stuff came out in entertainment.
The Help.
Definitely. Oh, The Help was good.
2011.
Shit pie.
That was a good one. You was smart. You was special. You was important.
And it tagged on to these kids of today. It gave some parents something to work with.
Yep.
So here are the top 10 highest grossing movies of the 2010s.
Avengers Endgame was number 1. Sorry.
Of course, Avengers. Yeah.
I didn't even start number 10. Sorry.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, number 10. Black Panther, number 9. Number 8, Avengers, Age of Ultron.
Black Panther was that far down?
Number 7, Fury 7. That's in 2015. Number 6, The Avengers, 2012.
Dang,
number 5, The Lion King. Number 5.
A lot of build-up.
Number 4, Jurassic World. 2015. Number 3, Avengers: Infinity War, 2018. Number 2, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, 2015, and number 1, Avengers: Endgame, 2019.
So basically, Marvel made a comeback, and they did a whole bunch of remakes of movies that we already seen from when we was growing up, and just wanted us to experience it again as adults and being high. So
I mean, but the thing
this is how they played us this decade.
The last 10 years, to be honest, has been remakes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
everything.
I mean, that's just. I mean, when it comes to TV shows, when it comes to movies, that's where you see your biggest grossers is remakes. Like that's the thing. That's the trend. So
it is.
You know, I
hopefully y'all ain't taking that into 2020. I like the fact that y'all are coming up with these new ideas.
Hey, I mean,
you're actually talking about what's going on in our economy. Now, some of the movies that's getting ready to come out, some people might not. I don't think they're going to get the support that they need because it's too educational and it hits too close to home. And right now it's like some of the stuff that's going on around us, we desensitize ourselves to what's going on. But it's right here in our faces. And if we don't have to recognize it or pay attention to it, then...
Ooh, something came out in the last 10 years that I know Neiko's going to say one of the best movies. Best Man Holiday.
That was
2013.
Good.
It was really
This
good.
was the movie where every black man in America actually cried on and had to sit there and admit.
Yes.
Did you cry?
I don't think I cried, but the person... No, I would say my eyes got watery. But the person that I was with, they actually, I believe, one of our friends, we could be double dated. I think he admitted that he was like, man, I remember him saying it was an emotional roller coaster.
He got teary-eyed. I remember I was pregnant when we seen the movie theater the first time.
Now, the guys knew that they can get away with, this would be a great date for me to take my date on. Everybody's talking about this. It's a good chick flick. Yeah. But then they go in there and they be the first ones talking. And we sitting there looking like, well, dang.
Yeah. The Butler came out in 2013.
The Butler was good, but I still can't get past his eyes.
Fruitvale Station did count. It came out in 2013.
Forrest Whitaker and his eyes. It's like, I can't watch a whole movie.
Mandela, that came out in 2013.
Also, that was good.
Temptation.
Good hits in movies. I was about to say the Temptations been came out good.
No, not the Temptations. Temptation, the one with Journey Smollett and all that. Let's see what else. These are the best black movies of the last 10 years. Some of these ain't worth mentioning.
Right. So
ain't nobody talking about these.
TV shows. Do we have any new TV shows?
Let me go through all the shows.
Yes, because...
Yes, Scandal was hitting it for me. I was a Scandal fan.
I could have sworn I was living the Scandal life.
Die-hard Scandal fan. That was one of the best shows of the last 10 years.
I start referring to...
It got kind of bad at the end of the series, but the first couple seasons, they were on it.
I started referring to one of my prospects as him.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, if you look at the dynamics... Yes, if you look at the dynamics of the situation...
Oh, no.
It was kind of sort of like that. But,
Scandal was definitely one.
He stepped out of his role and you started letting the public know a little too much.
Well.
So, moving along.
I know my favorite, like This Is Us.
This Is Us. Oh my goodness.
Love that
Me
show.
and Juanita, one of our great followers for the podcast, love This Is Us.
Are
you caught up currently?
No. Yes. We're not. We're one episode behind. We haven't watched this week's episode. I know, it's the fall finale, so we haven't caught that one yet. But I love Beth. Beth is me. I am Beth. Like, really? I love Beth.
Yes, of course. And she's a dancer.
Yes,
why not?
I loved Beth before I found out she was a dancer. But then when I found her backstory and she was a dancer, I was like, oh, this makes it even better. So, yes, I'm a big This Is Us fan. That's like one of my new favorite shows.
Yes, I love it. It's so many twists and turns, and it's one of those TV shows that actually makes you have to sit there and process everything that goes on. And I think that's more shows that need to be like that.
Yep.
But I'm still reality TV. Ugh. Like, I just love the drama. The drama is just hilarious to me. I just love that part because I'm like, y'all are so stupid, but so silly at the same time. And just having a plot to keep up with, knowing that we now live down here in Atlanta, and then you really see some of the background work. It's just like, bruh, you are really entertaining me. Like, seriously, you're really entertaining me. So, I do love my reality TV. But This Is Us, like a sitcom TV show like that, I love.
Yeah.
And this season, I was excited because when it started out, I seen my baby daddy on there, Omar Epps.
Oh, Lord Jesus. He ain't even got a big role like that.
He don't, but I was like, so who are you going to be playing?
Right.
It just made me interested because I'm like, you just popped up out of nowhere. Like, what kind of background are they going to put you in? But now I see because I went down into the episode and I'm like, oh, you ain't even.
You in there, but you ain't.
You in there, but you ain't that important.
Yeah, that's a good show.
But he did save his son in that situation. He stood up for his son.
He did.
And then,
hey, Judah, what you need? Yes.
Where's the water?
You have to ask Miss Becky. She can give some to you. It's in the fridge.
we have our little guest.
Yes. You gonna say hi?
Say hi, Judah.
All right, go ask Miss Becky. She can give you
So, yeah, as far as TV shows, I like that. I like The Good Doctor.
Okay, why don't I eat it?
ABC.
Yes, The Good Doctor with the... What does he have? What's his condition?
I think it's bad.
I don't remember what his condition is. But I do like that show, too.
Yeah.
The Good Doctor.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy has been on within the last 10 years, I'm assuming.
Good job. Yeah, we are real around here.
Grey's Anatomy has been very big. I know my sister, my family, and all of them are really into that.
I started off as a Grey's Anatomy fan because it came on after that Housewife show, the original casting of Housewife. What is it? Something Lane.
Housewives.
No. It was something Lane.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember right now.
Was it Desperate Housewives? It was Desperate Housewives, wasn't it?
Maybe.
I think so.
so.
With all the white women.
Yes.
Yeah.
They stayed on that one street. Yeah.
The Murderer Street. Yeah.
Stayed on one street.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the street, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it was Desperate Housewives.
I was a fan of that show. I did watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
That was definitely in this decade.
Yes, Grey's Anatomy has been big. I like How to Get Away with Murder.
I didn't get into it.
Yes.
That's been a good show. It's kind of ebbed and flowed, but I know it's coming into this final season.
The haves and have-nots, people got into that.
Yeah, that's been a big
They
show.
just released the new trailer for How to Get Away with Murder. I've seen people talking about it.
We need to watch the fall finale for that one too.
Well, y'all gonna be having a binge day.
And
Yeah, that's what we do on the weekends.
That's pretty much my life. We're not gonna talk about it. I just binge watch shows.
That's been another big show this last 10 years.
Queen Sugar.
Queen Sugar's been big. I don't watch
You guys already know, my podcast followers that are following me already know I talk about Ralph Angel. And I think that's why a lot of people watch as well, because Ralph Angel.
Who plays Ralph Angel?
The one with the funny name, Keith, whatever his name is. Child.
Oh, the good looking one?
Yeah.
The good looking guy.
I can't think of his name right now. It's like, yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Give him my own name, but I dare not say that.
Oh, no, don't do that. Let's see. I'm trying to think of any other big shows of the last 10 years.
Oh my goodness, I have a follower that said they ain't watched Queen Sugar yet.
I haven't watched Queen Sugar.
Both y'all gonna make pass out. Y'all gonna
I hear it's good. I don't have any more mental space for TV shows. Like, I feel like I have taken up so much of my time watching shows. Orange is the New Black is a show we got into.
Oh, I
the last
love.
But
I've missed some seasons.
Yeah, we missed some seasons. I heard the very last season was really good, but we just fell off from watching the season before.
That's what I feel like I'm doing now.
So it was like we had to go back and catch up. I just
don't have
before.
the attention span to
sit down and watch.
To have that, or just have a bundle. Like, I feel like the normal thing is to do when one thing ends, to pick something up. Or I know some people who can watch 10 different TV shows. I'm not that person no more. Like, I have to be really interested.
This is the only time that I actually put my phone down, is if the TV show is very good.
Then you won't. Yeah, that's true.
And then, because if the TV show ain't that good, I'm still got my phone in my hand
right.
during the show, and I'm just listening to it vicariously. But if it's a good show, I actually like This Is Us. The only time I pick up my phone is to have a conversation with my cousin about what's going on at that very moment, if we're watching at the same time.
Right.
But 9 times out of 10, yes, something happened there. I heard it. But 9 times out of 10, I'm like,
keep on.
I'm watching, like, I'm playing with my phone.
Yeah.
The whole entire time, I'm just like, and I might glance to see what actually is happening, but other than that,
see if I'm turning the mic up or down. I'm just curious.
I can hear you better.
That's the gain. The volume's on your side.
Oh, okay.
But
check.
Really?
Check. Sorry. Hey. Boop boop boop.
we're having a little minor technical difficulties going on. So
Here we go. That's better. Hey.
Why you got the gain all the way up though?
So
the volume's on your side.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, there? Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Okay, we're good.
Turn it down.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Okay, good. There you go.
You're good.
Just want to make sure.
Sorry, random note. 2 movies that we forgot that were big. Girls Trip and Get Out.
Oh my goodness, Girls Trip. How did we forget?
Girls Trip and Get Out were 2 big movies.
And Get Out was huge.
Yeah, I was still looking through the list. Yeah.
Like, I could watch Girl Trip again.
Yeah,
several times.
I watched Girl Trip about 3 times. Yeah.
Yes, Girl Trip you gotta watch on several occasions.
Yes.
1, watch it sober.
Mm-hmm.
2, watch it from drinking something, be intoxicated. Yep. And you gotta watch it high. That is a whole different experience whenever you watch it high.
3 different times.
Exactly. You gotta experience on all different levels. Because when I tell you, I watched it while I was high. And that movie,
it's a whole other thing.
It's a whole different experience. It's like Tiffany Haddish is like the funniest thing on that movie, hands down. But it intensifies Jada's part.
I can understand that. Yeah.
When you're high, because you like this fool, like seriously.
Yeah.
And then you can actually see Jada's character in a different light, because I don't think she got the shine that she really needed being the airhead on that movie. But when you watch it when you high.
And it'd be hilarious. I bet it'd be hilarious on a whole other level. I didn't think about that.
Yes, you don't get that same experience when you're drinking.
That's true.
Like, you got an open mind whenever you're high. Regardless. Like, I know I do. I got an open mind. Like, my mind
taking everything
decluttered.
a whole
It's
different way.
decluttered. It's a good. It's a
any
good
other
medicine.
TV shows that we can think of last 10 years? I think we covered all the big ones.
Well, yeah, because
you talking about y'all covered the white ones.
What?
I mean, black ones.
No, we covered Grey's Anatomy.
Oh yeah, y'all did say
that's not black though.
That's what I said. That's white. Don't be someone we covered all the black ones.
No, we covered the white ones too. Cause we Desperate Housewives, Grey's Anatomy. This Is Us.
This Is Us. Yeah, that's everybody. Everybody loves this. That's white and black. I feel like we covered all the big ones.
Yeah, we didn't leave nobody out.
Yes.
So on to music, Mr. Music Man. I know this is probably not your. This is your lane, but not your lane.
Go drink some of course. Then bye bye. See you later. Nope. Bye bye. See you later. We're recording. See you later. Yes.
But so
I was waiting for Koi all day.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to find my music list of stuff that came out in.
Okay. Well, I'll be right there in a minute. Go. Bye bye. Close the door.
I know a lot of people didn't like Kanye, but Kanye had hits this past decade.
So here's what I was about to say about that. You know, Billboard just released. I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen the Billboard list yet.
Billboard released the top 10 albums of 2000.
Oh, the albums, yeah.
Okay, I want to hear this.
How many of them are Kanye's? I don't have a problem with him.
Kanye's maybe one.
I'm just saying. I'm like, I don't knock what he's doing. Get your money how you get your money, sir. I mean, what you do with the politics, that's a whole different story. But I'm like, the dude is still good with music.
I do like the last.
That's
album.
like R. Kelly. R. Kelly is stupid for what he did as a dude. But musically, he was a genius.
He was. It's tough.
But now, I mean, he done lost support. But still, musically, he has been a genius. And still, to this day, we still don't know who he writing for, and people just don't want to tell because of the simple fact that it's R. Kelly. I would keep that a secret too. I would keep that a secret too. But
get that money on the low, and don't tell me he could be a ghostwriter and get a great song, and that's gonna be that. So.
Oh, I forgot about Luke Cage. Sorry, guys.
Oh, Luke Cage was a big one. I didn't watch Luke Cage, but yes, I do know that was a big show. Yeah, we forgot all about the Netflix.
So according to
Netflix is all on it by itself, honey. That's a whole network, and
So Billboard staff selected 100 greatest albums of the decade. Who topped the list? So we're not gonna clearly start at 100. But
yeah, I'm looking through Pitchfork and what they got. And I don't know half of these songs.
We would do albums.
Well, we do know.
Oh, J Balvin.
We do know one song
that
was a hit.
Oh, Old Town Road.
Of course.
Oh Lord, the kids made sure that ran
Instagram. It ended the 2010s.
Yes.
Adele.
Did it?
Not all the way, but yeah, that's towards the end of the list.
But I'm talking about to end out the
decade.
The decade.
Yeah.
It's nobody's
this year and last year. Yeah.
Adele 21 album.
Yes,
2011.
definitely that. I did have her on my list of.
I don't know who Robin is.
Ooh, Frank Ocean, Chanel.
Body Talk.
Who?
But Robin, Body Talk.
Now wait a minute, we gotta give Adele some love.
Oh yeah, okay. Go ahead. You know Adele lost some weight and she done got divorced. Yeah. I don't think she gonna do that.
Y'all know the song. Y'all need no more.
So go to Robin, ROBYN.
You want me to type that in?
Talk? Are we about to look this up?
Yeah, we about to look this people
up. Janisse said she looking it up.
I'm about to look it up right now.
But you don't know some of these people?
Spotify. We want to hear their top song.
Spotify. Okay, here we go.
We want to hear their top song.
See, people love Adele. Our followers on Facebook, they love Adele.
Yeah, everybody love Adele. Child, white, black, Asian, everybody love Adele. Hold on.
This.
Hey.
Now that was in the decade. You looking silly? Yeah, that was in the decade. Hey. I didn't realize that intro was that long.
I don't know who this person is. Is it a song? It's an album.
Body Talk?
Yes.
ROBYN.
Yes, I see.
What's the top song they have on their Spotify?
The top song, Dancing on My Own.
Play it.
What? Play that.
It's number 9 best album of the 2010s.
Why people? Okay.
Leave my people alone.
I don't even know this song, and I know white people, okay?
We know white people songs.
The next album will be Thank You Next, 2019's Ariana Grande.
Yes, I will believe that. I'm here for that.
Number
Thank
8.
You Next was this big.
What about this?
Turn down for what? Yeah. No.
Oh, God. We just told you what it was.
Yeah,
like,
Turn down for what?
Hey.
Yeah, that was good.
Turn down for what?
I mean, why are we turning down? We don't have to. I mean,
number 7, Rihanna.
I just got random songs for you.
That anti.
I did my homework.
Work pushed that.
Oh yeah.
Work pushed that.
Yeah.
That was a big song.
And Needed Me, that was my song.
I have that on the list. I just
Casey
can't find it right now.
Musgraves, Golden Hour.
Okay, yeah, she had a big year. Casey Musgraves, little country girl, white girl.
How do I know country?
Casey Musgraves, you probably, if you seen her picture, you probably know her. If you heard one of her songs,
Probably that picture, probably the song.
maybe a song.
Maybe the
probably
song.
know one of her songs. She was
Maybe
big.
a song.
She be out
Kendrick
there.
Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly, 2016.
Yes, that was a big album. Love it. Here for it.
Oh,
Yeah, I still use that for my kids to warm up to. Yep. Listen to it every
When
second.
Michelle Obama dances to your song.
Yeah.
Don't Sleep on Robin Thicke.
Oh, I don't.
Blur Line.
Blur Lines, of course.
That definitely was on the list.
Yeah.
Because that was a hit.
Yeah.
Everybody get up.
Taylor Swift.
Now, in the middle of the night, I used to like this.
Taylor Swift had a big decade.
Conversation got boring. You said you'd go into
Had that somebody's ringtone.
Wow.
It'd be 5 o'clock in the morning. Knocking on my door. Lord, I gotta get away from you media people from that radio station. Lord, help us.
Who else?
Frank Ocean.
Yes.
Orange.
That was one.
Number 3 album of the decade.
Number 3 of the decade.
Billboard.
I believe it.
And what's number 2 and 1?
Beyonce Lemonade.
Agreed.
Oh,
And Kanye
yes.
West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh,
2010.
I was saying that had to be early too. Yeah, that was a
the
good
number
album.
1.
Wow.
Really?
That was their number 1 favorite album.
Well,
Dad.
okay, Billboard.
That's probably the last Kanye album that I actually listened to, like in its entirety. Was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So, yeah.
So what was y'all favorite songs though? Like, what did... It's a lot of songs.
It's too
But can you
many.
remember that far back and be like, oh, I forgot about that song? What would be that one? It's a lot.
I don't know if
it's a lot of songs.
Song. I think it had to be like an album. Like,
yeah.
it would have to be an album. I think for me, personally, of course, I'm going to go with this one. Lemonade, the Beyonce Lemonade album was so, like, just iconic because of how she dropped it.
Yeah.
And we knew, like, at least I knew when she did the whole HBO special, I was like, oh no, this is about to be an album. Like, this is not got to be just like this is not going to be a video. This is about to be an album. Once she got to like song number 3, I said, we're watching Beyonce's album right now. This is not a joke. This is not a test. Like, we are literally watching this album.
Speaking from a true fan.
Like, I knew, like, and I was, because this, like, they had it numbered and everything. I said, yep, we're watching the album. We're totally watching the album. So that was a huge album of the decade. Like, just the way that Beyonce laid everything out. Even when you go back to how she laid out the Beyonce album.
Well, yeah, like, I think...
Now, see, I like the Beyonce album. I guess because it's more of my level, you know?
No, the Beyonce album was, like, my favorite album of hers. Like, of her whole catalog.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Like
me too, because I was like, I literally have more than 4 songs that I actually like on this album.
And
so
technically, that fits within the 2010s, too. Because they came out in 2013. So, I know that I was pregnant with the twins when we had that album. I listened to the album nonstop.
Because I promise you guys that I was trying to figure out that surfboard.
Yeah, no,
and it took me in the beginning. I ain't gonna lie, it took me a minute to figure out what watermelon was. But then whenever I figured out what watermelon was,
I mean, we even gotta put daggone Trey Songz say ah.
Yeah, it's definitely on the list on Apple.
2010s.
On Apple Music, it is definitely on the list. It's on every list that they have for the decade.
Yeah.
It got on my nerves though because
they wore it out.
Yes.
I mean, they wore it
wasn't. You know how y'all do at the radio station.
Sure.
When y'all be playing stuff every hour on the hour. Yeah. This was played like every 30 minutes on the 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And so I just got fed. I just kind of got fed up with Trey Songz altogether because I'm like that and probably some other stuff that happened off of Trey Songz album in my car.
Early 2000s was definitely Trey Songz time. By the end of early 2010s.
I think this past decade has
the last
been Drake
5 years.
Season 2.
Yes,
Drake had a lot going on.
Yeah.
He dropped a lot of projects and had a lot of hits in this one decade.
What's that what was the big album he put out? Him up on top of the needle?
On top of the no.
Drake. What was the name of the album? Huh?
The 6.
6. Yeah, I was like, that was the big one.
Scorpion was big too.
The Scorpion was big, but I remember like when the 6 dropped, like that was big.
Apple Music, every album almost, like every Dad Blame song. It was like, and then he had a whole bunch of features, so that boosted it up too.
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna give you all
Nicki had a good run a little bit in the first part.
Don't give me
I'm gonna give you all the best
Cardi,
R&B songs.
I
was waiting.
The emergence of Cardi B in the 2010s.
You know how they say save the best for last?
You gotta give Cardi her shine. Oh, Cardi won the 2010s. Over Nicki, she won the 2010s.
No, I have to disagree.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, because you said it's 2010. Overall, Nicki. Cardi the last 2 or 3 years, yes. But overall, Nicki's been out since like 2010, 2011.
I think Nicki's been out before 2010, 2011.
So the 100 best R&B songs of the 2010. Top 10. She going to the bathroom?
Yes.
This is time for commercial break.
Oh.
You need to go to the restroom. Please go now.
Oh. Let's see here. When did Nicki debut? 2007.
But I'm saying when did her first album come out? When did Peak Friday come out? And I'm not a Nicki fan at all.
Let's see here. We're gonna find out. Massive Attack. Oh, remember that song? Dang. You said when did Pink Friday? We're Googling when did Nicki Minaj
First album come out?
The Pink Print or the one?
Oh, the Pink Print.
Pink Print was definitely in.
Was that the first one?
I don't think it's the first one.
But Pink Friday's the first one.
But I know that was in this decade.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
November 22nd, 2010. Pink Friday.
Now, I just want to say that any song that we play, we do not own the rights to none of this. Go ahead and put that disclaimer in there.
This is for entertainment purposes.
This is for entertainment purposes only and for your listening pleasure.
I can't.
Commercial break. Just to throw in there, let's do a Black Business of the Week real fast.
Okay.
Black Business, we're going to do Coco IV. I think that's how you want it pronounced. I'm not really sure. But it is a dope t-shirt line with sayings from Black mothers.
Ooh.
And I have one of the shirts. The shirt that I have says, now when we get in here, don't touch nothing.
I know that's right.
Like
yes.
That. I like that.
And then you can find Coco IV on Instagram, and it is spelled just like that, Coco, and I think it's .iv. I'm going to post that in the comments and in the description to let you guys know where you can follow and make your purchases. You sign up to the email list, and they'll send you special codes for discounts. She not only has t-shirts, but she has mugs and totes as well. Ooh. And it's a whole lot of dope stuff. She is based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay. So represent the hometown yet again. And Be Honest Podcast, we just want to take that moment to shout out Coco IV. You doing your thing. You doing a lot of... She's met with, Yandy Smith.
Okay.
Loving Hip Hop New York. And Yandy's been backing her a little bit. And she's also met with Super Scent from the Crayon Case and doing a bunch of dope things. I'm gonna pull it up so I can show you guys a little bit of it. It's Coco IV brand on Instagram. If you would like to go follow her, see some of the products. One of the most popular shirts that they have is "You Got Some McDonald's Money," which is really cute.
I know that's right.
Oh, and she has a new shirt out that I haven't seen. This is my first time seeing it. I'm going through the Instagram right now, guys. Facebook Live, you want to see that? I know it's backwards and you probably getting the glare. But it says, "You got some grandkids money."
I know that's right.
So it's a bunch of cute little sayings that you would normally hear your Black mom say.
Yes,
and
that's really smart.
Her background for her starting this is the way her becoming pregnant with her daughter. And along with that, she was talking about the mortality rate for Black moms after they give birth, the labor deaths. So big ups to you, Coco IV. We love your work. We want to support you and back you and do anything that we can to help you. So shout out to you, yo. Stay. So one of the Facebook followers, she likes the shirt that says "Stay out of grown folks' business."
Okay, yeah.
she's familiar with the brand. So yeah, it's a lot of dope things that she has going on, a whole bunch of t-shirts, and it's actually being very successful. I think she's been doing it for almost a year now. Okay. So we want to go ahead and support that Black business this week, guys. Thank you. And jumping right back into it. We are still on music for a little bit, and then we're going to talk about how the effects of music, like how has music helped you as far as like coping with anxiety or anything like that. I know that I use music for therapy occasionally. I had to use music to kind of bring me back and center me and help me refocus if I can't get to a beach. Which living in Atlanta now, you guys know that's a drive.
Ain't no beach, right?
We don't have no beaches here, and it is different.
And a lake does not count as a beach.
It does not. Let us make that clear.
Water and sand does not mean it's a beach. Let's clarify that.
You're going to get us kicked out of Georgia.
I'm just saying, though, because they try to do the same thing in Texas. They'd be like, "Oh, we got a beach." No, ma'am. That's not a beach. Water and sand does not make it.
Exactly. I need an ocean, okay?
Yes.
A body of water where I cannot see the end.
Right.
Like, I'm looking out far out there and I can't see the end of this thing.
Right.
That's a beach.
Yes.
Now, being able to jump and go into a beach, like, in less than 3 hours... to having to sit up here and it takes you about 5.5 just to get to one. Well, honey, I'm over it.
You can get to Savannah in 4, right?
Well, Savannah, I forgot. Savannah does count. Yeah. I haven't been down there.
I haven't either, but I know I Googled it.
Like, I don't know if the beach, I don't know how the beach look down there. That's still the Atlantic Ocean and I done got spoiled. Which that technically ain't a beach either because that's a gulf. It's not an ocean. But
well, if you go
can
to
still
Tiny Island.
Well, I'm talking about Panama City Beach.
Okay, yes, that's true.
That's a Gulf, but it's a lot of body of water that you can't see the end of still. Okay. So it connects what?
That's close enough.
United States and South America, so that's still technically a beach.
I count it. Yeah.
I count it.
You know your geographical
it goes out to the ocean.
You know your geographical stuff.
You don't know your geographical stuff?
No.
You don't know the Gulf? You don't know the Gulf of Mexico?
You just connected 2 countries. That's pretty dope.
Countries?
Yeah, because
I said the United States and South America.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, I missed that part.
I did skip Mexico, didn't I? Well, this on the other end. Technically it's right here in our faces too. Well,
you weren't looking at
no, because Mexico is right here. Oops. Either way it goes, all this right here is the Gulf of Mexico, and it connects to the ocean in some kind of way. Mm-hmm. So I love that beach down there. The Gulf of Mexico is so clear. Mm. So we're all from North Carolina, partially, might as well say. You're from Wilmington, which is even closer to the place that I'm at, White Lake.
Okay.
In North Carolina.
Yeah.
You know how clear and everything that is. Now, you go to Panama City Beach, it's kind of sort of like that.
Yeah.
Like, you got that emerald green water that is just so crystal clear. Like, if you're out there in the Bahamas or something, oh my goodness, when I tell you. Like, I love Charleston, don't get me wrong, and all my Charleston fans, I love you guys. But at the same time...
Right.
Nope.
If I can see my feet, I take it. Over the Atlantic Ocean where it's been brown my whole entire life. Right. And dirty.
Well, there's a difference. I don't know. I feel like personally, this is just me. South Carolina beaches are different than North Carolina beaches.
Really?
Yes.
It's a little bit cleaner?
We're not gonna talk about this.
No, I'm just saying. South Carolina beaches are a little dirtier than North Carolina beaches.
We didn't get way off subject, but yes.
I don't want to get in the water at Myrtle Beach, but I'll get in the water in Wilmington. Like, I'm just saying, they only 45 minutes apart.
Right, I was about to say, wait a minute.
They only 45 minutes apart. But I get in the water at Myrtle Beach.
They're right there together.
But I'll get in the water in Wilmington. That's all I'm saying.
They're right there together. Yes. But back to where we originally started.
Right. Because I feel like you about to piss a whole bunch of people off.
We still love you guys, though.
Still love South Carolina. It's okay. We lived there for partially, a little piece of time. So
that's our home. So
yeah,
rightfully so. It's not like we're talking about the people down here in Georgia, because that can be a whole book.
Now let me ask you this.
Okay.
Oh, this is be honest. So we're gonna be honest.
So let's be honest. Let's get it off the chest.
Oh Jesus, here we go.
So
my mic wasn't sounding right. Sound right?
You said that. Okay. So, do you consider South Carolina and North Carolina the same?
Heck no. I am that person.
I am that person too.
Everybody from
North Carolina and South Carolina will tell you that we are not the same.
No, everybody from North Carolina will tell you that North Carolina and South Carolina are not the same. Everybody from South Carolina will tell you South Carolina and North Carolina are the same.
Because they want to be us.
Right.
I need to take this phone call. I'm so sorry. But I'm coming back.
Okay?
They want to be us, honey. Cause,
no, honey. It's not the same.
It's not.
South and North Carolina are not the same. South Carolina is just a little tad bit more country.
And so is that why everybody from South Carolina always coming up to North Carolina?
Probably, yes.
I'm just saying.
Because they know they ain't got no big city down in South Carolina.
Okay, wait a minute. Disclaimer, I still love my South Carolina people.
Like I said, I was a South Carolinian for a piece of a second. We lived in Rock Hill, South Carolina before we moved down here to Atlanta. So we were South Carolinians. We had driver's licenses and all that stuff.
Well,
so I get it. But technically, Rock Hill is like 2 hops and a skip away from Charlotte.
I don't think I'll be dating in South Carolina ever again.
But South Carolina, we still love you.
I've had a lot of experiences in South Carolina. One thing I can say about South Carolina men, they're good.
I don't know
in certain situations.
I don't know nothing about no South Carolina man. Okay, so
South Carolina men are good in certain situations. Country boys, they ain't got nothing else to do, so
not there, none of that.
You can practice very well in that they are good.
But all I'm gonna say is South Carolina and North Carolina are not the same.
That cornbread is doing them good.
Everybody else in America seems to think it's one and the same, but it's not.
America, let us just tell you, just because we say we're from the Carolinas, that does not mean that we are talking about North and South Carolina together, because they are two. It wouldn't be 50-something states if you sit up there and made them one. You'd be taking it down to 49.
But
wait a minute, we have 51 states now. I'm having a geographical.
Okay. Oh, you don't know that. It's all right.
A lot of people don't even know.
Looking at the map right here.
A lot of people don't know that we added on Puerto Rico.
Let's get all the way back on topic. All right, so we were talking about songs.
We were talking about how music helps with our mental health, anxiety, depression, stress, things like that.
Yes.
Is music able to draw us back to where we need to be and center us?
Yes.
I mean, entertainment and music and everything else like that has its... I wrote my paper on this in high school, my senior exit paper.
Nice.
My teacher tried to fail me on this paper, but I really believe that at the time, gospel music was my go-to in order to be able to, and it still is actually today, to bring myself back to center. Like, get back to where I need to be and focus. Like, I needed that. Music was my therapy.
Oh, nice.
Now, the teacher did not appreciate it because she said it was too emotionally written. Hello, I'm talking about how it affects my mental health. It's going to be emotional.
They want you to write about something that you're passionate about.
I researched it.
Yeah, hey.
It was supposed to be, you do your little senior exit research paper, blase. I gave you some research material, and I gave you my opinion as well.
Well, dang.
Because I didn't want to plagiarize. I was still uncomfortable with that whole entire plagiarizing thing. Because, I just be copying stuff word from word when people be saying it. And I didn't cite it correctly.
Oh, no. You got to cite the source.
Cite the source. I didn't learn that until college.
Dad. I do agree. I do think that music is therapy. It can be therapy for certain people if that's what gets you centered, if that's what pulls you back in. I know it is for me. Like, it's something that definitely helps me to kind of like zen out and just get into whatever it is I need to like channel into.
Right. They do that in spas.
Absolutely. I know for me, I've really been big on like alternative R&B. Like, that's been my thing lately. Like, in the last 10 years, that's probably like a majority. That's what I listen to. Yeah. Alternative R&B, like neo soul. That's
oh yeah, I definitely love neo soul.
Yeah, I mean, I started out as neo soul, but towards the end, it's really been like more stuff, people that you don't hear about. Like, I'm into like the internet. I'm into like Moonchild. I'm into Alex Isley, Ari Lennox, like all those types. Yes,
let's not talk about Ari.
Yes, I'm here for all of it. So like that type of music just completely mellows me out.
With the underlying soul vibe.
Yes, with the underlying soul. Yes, absolutely. So I don't know. I think it depends on the type of person, but for me, I get it. My dad was a DJ. He was a big music person, so I definitely know that like that's in me.
Mm-hmm. I think that's where mine stimulates a lot from too, especially when it comes to the gospel music, because I know for sure while I was in the womb, my mom was still going out and singing with her cousins and everybody else at these different church anniversaries and stuff like that. They had their own little singing group that they had. Right. And I think my family had a singing group too, but I came at the tail end, so I didn't have to sing with them. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that my Facebook follower here that's with us tonight can attest to that. I'm pretty sure they got tired of singing to that song. But music is definitely a part of our family too, so I think that's how I get centered and why the gospel music is so relevant, because they say that what the baby hears while it's in the womb is kind of like a census around that. I think I believe that.
That would make sense though, like why our kids are like...
And one is a dancer because you was dancing while you was pregnant. I was so nervous.
Nah, I was fine, Chad. I wasn't even nervous, but the funny thing is, Corey will walk around the house right now and he'll sing "Shea Butter Baby."
Yes, Coy. Yes, that is my song.
Thank God he doesn't know the rest of it, but he'll say "Shea Butter Baby." He don't know half the Ratchet songs, but he will walk around singing that. So it makes sense because we listened to a lot of neo soul when he was in the womb. So.
And what about you, sir?
Well, as far as what
music?
Music. How does it help? Like, did it help with your mental health, or how does it help you with your anxiety, your stress, your anything that has to do with your mental health? How do you? How does the music in turn help you? Do you use the music to center you and bring you back to where you need it to be?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think.
Or do you just get tired of listening to music because you have to? That's your job.
Oh well, no. I listen to a good bit of music, but there are some times when I do like to ride in silence. A lot of times, but like Janisse said, I don't listen to a lot of the stuff that you hear on the radio. Like, to me, that's because there's so many other options in music out there that don't get touched on that is dope. And so I have a playlist of pretty much of unknown people,
right?
That like it's like, dang man, y'all missing out on this good music. But For me, most of the time, to be honest with you, to answer your question about, I guess, do I rely on anything? I've been listening to a lot more of worship music for my mental state. Not just gospel, but like worship. Like the other day, what was it? I think Friday or the other day, I was listening to Tasha Cobb's live album, which is pretty much a whole worship album. And when I'm working, because that centers me, when I drive to work, I listen to like gospel and worship. Like, so I listen to a lot of gospel driving back forth home, to and from work, just to kind of like bring me down. So yeah. Yup.
You know, I used to be afraid of sitting in silence. Like, honestly, I did. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's my be honest moment. There's my be honest moment. I used to be afraid of sitting in silence because I could hear myself think. And I didn't want to hear myself think. Because I'm like, all these thoughts are running together, and what am I going to do with them?
Do you ever remember when, I don't know, for me, I have a lot of aunts. So growing up, we would spend the night with each other's cousins and stuff
Oh,
like that.
Of course.
And I remember hearing my aunts be like, oh, I just want peace and quiet. You know,
right.
As a kid, like, well, that's boring. Like, we want peace and quiet. Like, that's all you want is peace and quiet. And now, man, listen, I love quiet time in the car. I love just riding with no music. I don't even like to be bothered like that.
In the car, I gotta have music. They help me focus on the road.
If I'm driving long distance, yes,
No, this is a short distance.
Just a short distance down the street to the store,
You know what's another thing is? It's like how you get bothered, and Janisse and I had talked about this before too. But it's like peopling, just being in the company of too many people.
Yes,
too much. You know what I'm saying? You hear something like some people don't want to go to a party because it's like it's just too many people.
But I think that plays a large part because of social media. To be honest, I really do. Because you didn't hear people used to say that 10, 15 years ago. You never heard people complain about that. But now, that's all you hear people talk about. Oh, that's too many people. I don't want to be social.
Y'all done heard me say that. I know y'all done heard me say that.
Like, and it's because, but you got to think, because we're in a state now where all you do is see people on your timeline 24/7. You see people eating and what they're drinking and what they're doing and where they're going and the vacation they took and their kids. You feel like you people all day long because all you see is other people. So now, when it comes to actually having live interactions with people, now they're like, "Oh no, that's too much." Like, because I just seen 20,000 people on my timeline within the last 5 minutes.
Right.
So I think that plays a large.
It's almost like you don't have to send that text message or make that phone call. Like, who all there? You don't have to ask that anymore because you literally can log in and be like, "Y'all lying because I seen so and so at the party." Blase, so I'm not coming.
Back in the day, you used to look forward to going to like class reunions and stuff like that because you'd be like, "Ooh, it's a chance for me to catch up with my classmates that I haven't seen in 10 years." Now it's like, why do I need to? I know what I know what their kids look like. I know they just went on vacation last week. I know they just got a brand new job. I just know they got a new car. What I need to see them?
Right.
I done seen their whole life already. I don't need to catch up with them. Like, it is what it is. So I think that has a lot to do with the people not wanting people anymore because we people all day long.
Now, when you listen to the worship music, Neiko, and one song just hits you hard, do you take that as a recognition? Do you take that as a moment to recognize that maybe you have something going on that you might not have pinpointed? Like, makes you sit up there and think, like, that song just hit me. Like, what am I doing? Or you've actually been feeling something and you've been trying to ignore it, but then that one song breaks you down and you be like, okay, this is something that I really need to let go of. I've been in that moment. I just wonder if anybody else experienced it. And I know you mentioned the worship music, and it's just like sitting there and you don't even really be focused on the song really until, you're in worship, but then the song plays and you're like, that one thing I've been trying to be like, keep in the back of my mind, oh, this is going to pass, this is over, this, that, and the other. Yeah. And then that song hits you and that comes right back to surface. Been in that moment before?
No.
Plain and simple.
No.
Next question.
I can't say that I have been. Sometimes I actually look for music that is speaking to
That situation.
That a situation, like it's like when you look for a sermon on YouTube. Like if you're looking for something that's talking about faith, you gonna type in faith. I really needed Tory Roberts.
Mountains, right?
Faith, Jesus, I need it now,
right?
And in the pastor's name. So that's for me. It's just I don't know. It just brings me peace because I work in a climate that can be very that carries a lot of spirits and carries a lot of personalities.
Yeah,
and so a lot of times,
of course, that's what it's called, personalities.
Yeah. So so you have to protect your peace when you're around a lot of stuff like that. And so like I just look for something that's going to be calming and cooling, and
I can say I've had some of those moments. Like God truly speaks to me a lot of times when I'm by myself. Like if I'm having that moment driving somewhere and listening to worship music, and God will just speak to me and be like, you need to deal with this, or you need to talk to that person, or you need to go and do this, like, so I've definitely had those moments. It's not necessarily like I thought I was done with this, but God brought it back to my attention, but it's more like God will speak to me and be like, go with that, or whatever, go in this direction, and I'll be like, well, Dad, God, I was just. Well,
yeah, I mean, I have those moments too, but I know me personally, I like to, when things arise, I try to push them in the back burner, like, okay, this too shall pass, and then just keep trying to move forward and being like, a lot of things I probably won't deal with, which I probably need to deal with at that moment in time. But I'll be like, I'm gonna deal with this later.
Bring it back around, like, no,
deal with this later.
Bro, you need to fix that.
Or for me, another be honest moment. I'm a runner, and I know a lot of people that are friends with me or know me have heard me talk about this before. I don't know if I've talked about this with you guys before, but I don't think so. But I'm a runner now. Yes, there is a calling on my life, just like there is many other people, but there is a calling that I have ran from since I was 15. Because I was like, Jesus, no, you can take that back. I don't want to do it. Oh, wow. So I've always called myself a runner. And when people ask me about it, just like random people that may have just met me or they've seen me at church, but they don't really know me, but they'll walk up to me and was like, you know what you're supposed to be doing. And I'm like, Jesus, are we going to do this again? You know what I mean? So I say I'm a runner. I was like, well, I still got my track shoes on. I was like, I'm going to do it regardless. Which I really have been when I look back over different situations in my life, to where I know that I've talked to people and I've already ministered to them. And I'm just like, because I used to tell, my godfather was a pastor before he passed away. He was a pastor for well over 50 years. And he used to have these conversations with me all the time while we were riding in the car, going to revival, church service, Bible study, whatever. And I'd be like, And whenever I actually confided in him and told him, like, okay, God has called me to preach, but I don't want to do it. And he was like, well, you're going to do it regardless. You know what I mean? Yep. But the other conversation that he had with me is another reason why I run. Because he was just like, I want you to be serious and honest with yourself about this. He was like, it's not what people think it is. He was like, now me and the person that I am, I know that this has really happened to you because I've watched you grow up and I've watched you grow into this. This is something that was already told to me, so I know that you're not lying about it. Okay, but when he stood up there and was talking about, the responsibility that you have to carry with it, like the things that you say and the things that you do, like whenever you minister to people, that blood is on your hands, and if you don't do what you were supposed to do or you start messing up, you're held responsible to that. And I was like, well, you mean to tell me if I get up there and I didn't do what I was supposed to do the correct way, then I get up there to the gate and they're going to tell me, no ma'am? I was like, well, can I just give y'all a reason for him to say no ma'am? So therefore, which is stupid, but you're talking about a 15-year-old at this time. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, you just instilled fear into my life, sir. So now I'm like, I don't want to do this because I don't want to carry that responsibility. Okay. I don't want to have that burden on me. And I was like, and then growing up, looking at it and him having that conversation with me and the pastor friends and things that the pastors that I know, I was like, I can see the stress that y'all have. I don't want that. I have enough stress in my normal physical life. in the reality that I don't want to have that spiritual burden as well. Granted, if you're operating in the spirit the way you're supposed to, you're not going to have that big of a burden.
Exactly.
But
it'll be never, or the burden will never be more than you can bear.
Right. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, sir, the blood on my hand? What? No. I'm accountable for what?
Yep.
Because, trust me, they were trying to push me to ministry full-fledged to where y'all probably wouldn't know the key thunder that y'all know today.
But I think also, too, you have to look at it, too, is sometimes when people say that there's a calling on your life, they see it in the eyes of what they're used to seeing that look like.
Right.
You know, they're used to seeing it as if they see that there's a calling on your life. That means they think you need to be a minister, you need to have your own church, you need to be on the pulpit every Sunday,
honey,
you need to have, you need to be, minister, pastor, elder, whoever, bishop, Keisha,
too many titles.
That's because that's what they've traditionally seen it as. But that may not be what God has called you to do. You can still have a calling on your life, but it may not look the way that they think it's going to look.
Because I like it better this way.
They might have an outdated way of what it looks like. They just assume, well, because she has a calling, this is what it's supposed to be like. But that may not be the way that God sees it. And the reality is, no matter what, God's going to get you on that path whether you like it or not.
Right.
He's going to wind up, even through you doing this, it's a conduit probably to get you to where God wants you to be. You're still using your voice.
Don't run too far.
You still have an outlet.
Exactly.
You're still going to be held responsible for what you say and what you do. So God's going to find a way to get you back around. You can't outsmart God,
Very true.
So it's like you're still going to wind up getting to the end, the final destination, to that end point. But I think today especially, there's so many different ways to minister. Like you have people like Real Talk Kim.
I love Real Talk Kim.
That's right. Do you even own a church?
Ministry, she does, but it's her ministry without walls.
She's literally a social media minister.
Now my Pastor Michael Flowers, shout you out, love you, dude. When he first came in, his whole entire teaching us how to be transparent. When I say that changed my whole entire life, because how a lot of people come to church and they want to be a certain way instead of just being their true selves. I'm like, just be transparent and let the people know that, hey, I've been where you are.
Yes.
You don't have to come in here thinking that you have to be holier than thou in order to sit into this church. Come in looking a certain way just in order to be within the walls. That's not what it was about. So that teaching of transparency and being able to tear down those walls registered with me a whole bunch. Now, my go-to song of worship for, I would say, beyond the decade, which before people actually really knew her, was For Your Glory. Who don't love this song?
Yeah.
Just the beginning of it, and everybody already on the floor. She don't even the choir don't even get to sing. Now a lot of people are now hating on Tasha because she has said some things that, of course, go against a lot of our other communities. So therefore, it's a lot of hate and backlash with that. But I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
There's certain things that I don't like that community does, but I support the community because I have people in that community. And I want them to be able to know that I still support them. I still love them. You're still my family. I don't care what you... It ain't my business what you doing in the bedroom, honey. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
So do what you do, but you have my support.
Yeah.
Which, in turn, they got a dope following.
And
that's a big community.
And you have to consider too, some of these gospel artists, it can get very political.
Yes.
It can get very political because you feel like you have to speak against these certain communities because you are a gospel artist. They just assume, it's just assumed you automatically don't support that community because you're a gospel artist,
right?
Or you automatically don't drink because you're a gospel
now,
artist.
Now that's something else that's changed within this past decade as well.
That has, because before, Lord knows, if you had a piece of anything in your hand, you were a gospel artist, child, your whole career over. Now Now it's like you're getting a little bit more weight, but you still got them old head
everybody's
Christians.
a little bit more open.
You know, but you still got them old head Christians that are looking at you like...
The Soul Train Awards was last Sunday.
And I missed
the Lady of the Soul Award. You ain't missed much.
Wow. But she caught the whip in her hand.
But
at the beginning of the day.
Yeah, but... you know, she was singing along to some of the tribute songs from
the secular music and stuff.
And then you seen Kurt Franklin and his wife Tammy dancing to some of the music, you know, and
well, we know Kurt Franklin gonna dance to it because a couple of his albums were centered off of it.
But had it been 10 years ago, that would have been Yolanda Adams. That would have been a headline. Yolanda Adams.
Which Kurt was kind of a breakthrough when it came to trying to mend both of those two areas together anyway. So shout out to Kurt Franklin because, honey, your background music to these gospel songs kind of helped that crossover. It did.
And Yolanda Adams has kind of been a crossover too. You know,
she was jazz before she was gospel anyway, right?
You know, she's kind of helped mend the gap. But you know, I think even within, you know, even before it used to be with gospel hip hop, it was like the gospel community shunned it at first. Like, that sounds too much like
Cam Jones couldn't get too much.
You know, right. It was like, oh no, it's too hip hop for us. No,
but then when Lecrae came out, they was ready for it.
You know,
but he waited. I guess it's all in timing.
And now you have so many different artists, and I think it's so dope that you have so many different artists that are producing high quality gospel hip hop music.
Look at Snoop Dogg. Look at Snoop Dogg. I ain't gonna lie, that gospel album was banging. It was some songs on there that was
about gospel artists that do straight gospel hip hop, and if you listen to their music, you wouldn't know the difference. Like the quality of beats, the quality of rapping is equal or the same to anybody else that's trying to do, you know, try to be up and coming, you know, hip hop artists. So I think the gospel community has grown in that we're becoming more accepting and up to date, realizing like we can and do try to keep up with the mainstream, and that's okay. It doesn't mean we love God any less. It just means we're trying to reach more souls.
Exactly, and that's what the purpose behind it for is anyway. So, hello.
But you got people still hating on Kanye, but I believe it did that, you know. So,
did y'all listen to the Kanye album? I'm just gonna throw that in there real fast. I thought it was. I thought it was kind of good.
Well. I'm just looking at the levels. It scares
Don't
me.
look at the levels like that right now. Trust me. We're gonna do a replay. But guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Give us y'all's handles, where people can find you guys. Thank you guys for being my guest today.
No problem.
Now he speaks.
No problem.
You go first?
Yeah, you can follow me, Neiko Flow, NEIKOFLOW, and that's at Instagram. On Facebook, my government name, Neiko Flowers.
Alright. Well, you can follow me at Janisse Monica, JANISSEMONICA, or you can follow our family page at Following the Flowers.
I was wondering if y'all were gonna say...
Absolutely. And we got our website at Believers with Balance.
You guys go check them out.
At Following the Flowers.
That is not right.
They got a lot of things going on, guys. This is a dope couple, and I love them to pieces. He has became my adopted brother, and by way, my new sister-in-law, I guess you could say, because this dude can get just about anything from my mother. And you guys know how that goes when it comes to my mom. For those of you that know her, we have a lot of adopted kids around everywhere. It seems like everywhere I go, she adopts one of my friends as her own. So, but this time she got the luxury of having grandkids too. So now I don't have to have any. So you guys go follow them, support them. They have a lot of things going on. Janisse has a dance class that you guys can take part of if you're in the Atlanta area. Then you can hear my brother on Kiss 104 point something one. One, because I taggle between two different ones, so I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No.
But follow him, support them, and that's about all, you guys. Now let's get out of here.
She got them beats on. Peace out.
Beats.
Let's get out of here. Let's get someplace so far gone GPS can't find us. Where us is the destination, Our bodies lying in such a position that whoever was to witness us sinning would be wishing to be in same position or situation. I'm tired of waiting, written on pounds with sweet thoughts of you. Come on over to my place. Let's unlace all the stress that we've had tied up in old relationships. Let's slip and fall into each other. No accident, no need for lawyer. Let our ligaments get locked into lustful litigation till our neighbors call for an objection to the noise of all this heaven we making. The sensation of your taste make me lose my place. My train of thought derail without fail. Our tail spin out of your beautiful sky, crash and sink into the sea between your thighs. I want you to come over to my place tonight, so when I drive by wherever you are in this world tonight, get inside the ride and close the door.